ladies and gentlemen, we now have our industry speaker who's going to be taking over to tell us more about him and to welcome him. I'd like to hand it over to Mr. Murli. Mr. Murli, over to you.
Thank you, Sriram. I'd like to introduce and welcome Mr. Achyut Chandra from HCL, one of our industry partners. When we spoke to Achyut Chandra, he readily accepted our invitation to be part of the open mic. I was surprised that there is a large startup or innovation ecosystem that existed inside HCL. I was very excited when I heard about their programs, and here is an opportunity for all of us to hear from Mr. Achyut Chandra of HCL. He leads the open innovation at HCL Technologies. Over to you, Achyut.
Thank you. Thanks, Murli. Thanks, Sriram. And I would say to the previous speaker, brilliant, what you're bringing to the ecosystem. Thank you for inviting me. Definitely excited to see such large participation and such large ecosystem of our partners. Just a quick background, as Murli already mentioned. So I have been part of HCL's Tech Accelerator when we started this essentially about 6 years ago. We started with a brief around early stage startups, early stage seed stage, early stage startups that were sprawling out of the Bay Area. Fast forward to 2020 and 2021 now. The Tech Accelerator at HCL is now working with close to around 500 plus enterprise B2B startups. And how we have managed to take this ecosystem approach is we have worked with our strategic VCs, certain trade commissions across the globe. And what adds value to all of this is that by joining hands, we are only extending the reach to HCL ourselves and also our customers. So as a company, we've been here for the last 4 decades, and innovation has been there in our DNA. And when it comes to employee engagement programs like MatJam, Value Portal, to even in co-innovating with our customers. But towards the edge over the last 6 years, we saw that there is an opportunity definitely for emerging startups and a corporate like HCL to join hands and identify first the use case, and then go to not only to a very large customer base is what I would say, but also the value that we see here is it's not just a typical accelerator that is there. We talk about realizing mutual value, which means that if you have a SaaS based solution, if you have any platform, if you have a solution that you're looking to scale, then how can HCL partner with you in terms of the diverse support that we can provide, diverse mentorship, diverse experience on integrating large scale projects, and how can we make the holistic journey successful. So yeah, that's what we do. And our team is called Enterprise Technology Office. It is strategically driven by the CTO office and the CTO himself. And we've seen cases where startups have partnered with us when they were at Series A. I would say that was a great starting point where an HCL could partner with them. First is identify the right use case on how we can complement each other's capabilities and how we can go to market. And then in this journey, we've also seen HCL investing in certain series rounds of particular startups where we've seen synergies come out as we move on to various account led discussions, or various new opportunities. So I'll just share a very recent example at the World Economic Forum. So past 2 years, HCL has taken the open innovation ecosystem. I would say the top of the ecosystem partners to World Economic Forum, where we have seen how what the initial product can look like, how has it integrated with with our frameworks or potential integrations with some of the product platforms that exist, and together how can A plus B create a greater value. So we've showcased that. We've also provided a platform to our partner startups to come with us and also showcase all of this to our customers as well. So there are a lot of opportunities, I would say. And in this, if I talk about certain names of successful startups that have partnered with us. So we've seen a startup called as Rubric, that's now that started with into the copy data management space, and now is on its way to becoming a great unicorn. So we have seen the journey from start towards its scale stage, and we have been there with startups at each stage, wherever it is required, whether it is validation, whether it is access, whether it is a product support, whether it is mentorship, whether it is certain advocacy that we can provide to our partner startups. And now I would say that it's very usual for all of our teams that are there who are responding to a lot of queries by customers to be able to first check with the tech accelerator to be able to see what is new that we can bring in. How can we end to end deliver greater value to our customers. That's what we've seen a great success. And within India, we're glad to recently start a medtech initiative. That's something recently we've started to be able to focus on medical disorders, and how can we innovate together with the help of technology. So I would say it's going really great, and I welcome all startups to partner with us to explore opportunities. Close to about 500 plus have already, and as I always say, the right first use case is most important to start the journey. And yep, looking forward there.
Thank you so much, Achyut, for joining us today. Indeed, one of the important aspects of TGS, we have built a marketplace where there are partnerships that can be explored, partnership possibilities that can be discussed, alliances that can be explored. So, as part of our marketplace, in the open mic, we've been inviting partners like you, the co-innovation partners, the alliance and partnership partners, to come and give us details about the startups that have been benefited, and large corporates like HCL. So glad to see that you have wonderful programs for innovation identification and then partnering with them. Thank you so much for joining, Achyut. All of you listeners, please reach out to Achyut if there's any help that you would need from HCL's point of view. And thank you, Achyut.